They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. Allen looks to throw on second down. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman? It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Allen throwing on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And now running. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off. The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here. No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations. Yeah, they practice this all the time, they practice it all
the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The give is to Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
First throw of overtime for Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one is incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here's Matt Darr now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done. Now part 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. On second down, Prescott again. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. You said just a minute ago that mistakes get magnified in OT. Now then, when we talked about it, we were discussing a near interception, but I would think penalties, they apply as well.
They certainly do, because they are mistakes. And when I played at Tennessee, the #1 game maxim we had that we talked about before every ball game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's what you're looking for.
Wide open receiver complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Prescott from the gun on third. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.